Hello, teacher. Good night. This is my presentation about the homework, how to teach speaking in young learners. In the first picture, we can see a person learning English. And my next slide, I'm going to talk about a little oracy. And why I'm going to talk about oracy? Because when we are learning English, we have to we have to do a good oracy because when we are talking we have to we we take to account how to make a good grammar and fluency. Okay, in the next slide, I have a little definition about oracy. What is oracy? What is oracy? Is the ability to speak clearly and grammatically correctly. And I understand about this that the oracy is when we talk, we make in a way clear and with a good grammar because if we don't have a good grammar and fluency and don't speak clear, the person don't catch the message or the or what we want to say it to the person or the opinion that we are talking. Next, I have in the next slide, the first skill to become a confident speaker. In my slide said, it is essential to first understand the skill that make a great speaker, then nurture them. The first is appropriate. When we talk about this, is when we make move move movement with our body when we are talking. In some cases the people make mime or signs. For example, when we when we don't when we don't want to say words, we make, or for example when we say eat an apple, we use this action and the person understand what are you saying with this action. Or when someone made this is when the people or person is crying. And then we have cognitive, and when we try to make question in ourselves in things, if the question or our opinion is good in a clear way. Then we have linguistic. When we are talk about linguistic, is when we have a communication in a good way. And then we have social. When social is about our environment or our around. And emotional is about our feelings or emotions. Then in the next slide, I have how to teach English. This teaching young students how to speak is the most important area of learning. Remember, when we are teaching English for young learning, it's different than adults. Why? Because young learners, they in some cases they feel dismotivated because they feel frustrated that they understand the English. Why? Okay, because in some cases the teacher use all techniques, all strategies, and they and only write in the whiteboard and don't apply different strategy or methodologies or techniques that the student catch the topic that that they are teaching in this case. But in my information, we have some different techniques. Listen and repeat. But this is a common technique because in all the institute or the academy, the language academy say listen and repeat, and it is a boring way in my opinion. Then we have question and answer. According the observation, the tutor AP used question and answer to ask a student about things that the student have in their bag when giving example of now. When we talk about question and answer, we it's like a role play. For example, okay, what's your name? And the person asks the question. And now then, how old are you? And this is a way that we can apply question and answer. And then we have gain. One in my definition said one of the characteristics of young learners is that they are enthusiastic and active learners. Young learners learn better when they have fun. So games can be used to get the student to speak. In my opinion, this is the best way that the student in young age can catch all the knowledge. Why? Because when the students are in movement or they make some action, they feel comfortable, they feel the the ecstasy, the emotion. They feel comfortable and they don't feel shy and they try to speak because they feel the emotion. And this is my opinion. For example, one type of game is when we are learning parts of the body and we can make a song and memorize a song if we are teaching to young learners or kids. And then if I touch my head and we are making the action. And this is my opinion about and what in my opinion what we can teach speaking in the young learning. Thank you so much. And my last slide is my reference that I found in my information. Thank you so much and good night.